Hello everyone and welcome back to the Argo 3! It's been a while since I last saw you. I lost my hair like a few weeks ago, and even before that I lost my fitness because I've been locked inside my house for a year now. From the title of this video I think you can pretty much guess what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So before I start my absolutely unbiased internationally standard review of Hyouka, here are a few fun facts. Number 1. I will defend Hyouka until the end of time. Number 2. My friend will diss Hyouka until the end of time. And number 3. I will share my friend's perspective on Hyouka at the end of this video. Now for the real stuff. I started watching Hyouka because Oreki looked cool and Chitanda was more like my waifu material. I choose my anime based on those things. And fair enough, I like the chill, slow burn Hyouka had like most other slice of life shows. Granted, I don't really remember the other characters too much aside from Oreki and Chitanda, and I know that can be viewed as a weak point, but on the other hand, when I watched Hyouka, I resonated with Oreki with every fiber of my being. I mean, not every... you get the point. But nowadays, it's a little bit different. While I'll still have my introverted side dominating me and making me want to avoid social interactions as much as possible, I think recently I have grown to enjoy hanging out with like-minded people a little bit more. Then we have the story and the pacing of Hyouka. Hyouka is a slice of life anime, so the pacing will be a bit slow. So some might say that it's boring. The little mysteries Hyouka has and Chitanda interacting with Oreki and the others is extremely charming. Last but not least, let's talk about the ending of the anime, which basically originated the title of this video. So here I am watching Hyouka with my inner peace. The part where Oreki got sick and Chitanda came to visit him was quality content. Then came the arc where Chitanda needs help, so she asks Oreki for help. That actually rhymes. I'm quite sure the way they built up the last arc, everyone who watched the show was pretty much expecting for Oreki to confess directly or indirectly to her at the end. Almost like this. Oreki. So, Chitanda, can I stay by your side until the very end and help you? Now for Chitanda. Really? I would really love that. Smiley face. Yes, how hard is that? It's very easy to do. Did this happen? Yes and no. Apparently, this scene was entirely played out in Oreki's head, in his imagination. Which, I kid you not, made me wanna break the screen of my phone so damn bad. And that, my friends, is how I made my video's title, Hyouka, the time I wanted to break the screen of my phone. Anyway, somehow I finished the later part of the show, and then I decided that Hyouka was the most frustrating ending of an anime I have ever watched in my life. That was what I thought almost for a week, but then it suddenly hit me. I came to a sudden realization that there's a deeper meaning behind this. Now, was this the actual intended meaning behind the ending of Hyouka by the writers? I don't know, but will I perceive it as the actual meaning until the end of my time? 100% yes. So hear me out. What if the ending of Hyouka was meant to show us that not all love stories are going to end up with the guy overcoming his fears and anxiety and going for the confession? Because that's reality, it doesn't happen always. Now you might be thinking, reader, that's not really groundbreaking, is it? Because there are other anime that end up with the protagonist not confessing at all because they got scared or something. Hyouka isn't a unique case. Also, how lame is it that the protagonist we are supposed to follow didn't just confess because they got scared? To that, I say fair point. But remember that slow-paced story we talked about a while ago? That slow-paced story, the slow pacing, made us believe, almost, that the characters are constant, that the characters didn't develop as much. But it is there, the characters developed, especially Oreki. He changed a teeny tiny little bit but the change is major in a way. So even though in the end Oreki couldn't do the dang job of confessing, I still think there's time. He could confess a month, a year later, or sometime in his life before Chitanda actually gets married. There's a chance. Or he could just never confess to Chitanda and live his life as usual without any romance. Which absolutely destroys my point, but in the end, that's the beauty of Hyouka. That we, the audience, can choose which route Oreki takes next in his life. Because the bits and things, everything that was needed for that choice has already been provided by the creators. To be honest, this conclusion isn't revolutionary. I'm quite positive that even before me, thousands of people have come to the same conclusion. But I still wanted to make this video because I know for a fact that there are people who will take the ending of Hyouka at a face value and call it a failure or just an overrated anime, which I just don't like. And that concludes my whole statement on Hyouka. Here's what my friend has to say about Hyouka. Hyouka would be the most disappointing anime that I have ever seen. It had the potential to be a masterpiece, but the ending was beep beep beep, and most of the characters were not relatable at all. It's an anime which gets 60% of its credits because of its animation. Well, Scorpius, my friend, I hope you got your answer, my answer, from this video. Bye. I forgot to say the outro. Until next time, everyone, keep the fire burning.